Hello and welcome back to Apt for You. In this particular video, we will be discussing a problem on heap, and basically the very basic focus will be on building a heap from an array. How do we build a heap from an array, right? So basically, we know that what is a heap. Basically, suppose we have some elements in the array like 5, 8, 9, 6, 1, and 2. Suppose these are some elements in the array, and now we know that these elements are nothing but the level or the traversal of some tree, complete binary tree, right? Because this is can be represented as 5, 8, 9, 6, 1, and 2, isn't it? So basically, if you do the level order traversal, what will you get? First 5, this level is traversed, then you will traverse this level from left to right, 8, 9, then last level from left to right, 6, 1, 2. So you can see basically the level order traversal of this tree is basically given in the array 5, 8, 9, 6, 1, 2, right? And this tree is basically what? A complete binary tree, right? Isn't it? Because you see all the levels are completely filled, and in case if the last level is not completely filled, then the elements will be as left as possible. So this is the property of a complete binary tree, and this is one of the essential requirement of a heap, because a heap requires two essential conditions. First of all, the shape property should be satisfied. Shape property, which says that it should be basically having a structure like a complete binary tree where all levels should be completely filled, and the last level, if it is not completely filled, then in that particular case the elements should be as left as possible. Like in this particular case, I could have written these 2 in the right side as a right child, but I will not do so, because shape property says that you have to keep it as left as possible, as much left as possible, right? Now the next property is heap property. Now what is the heap property? Now it basically depends upon our requirement. If you want, now heap property basically says that if you want your tree to be max heap, if you want to create a max heap, then the max heap says that the value of root node should be greater than its children's, the value of children, right? So value of every root means for every subtree you consider the value of the root will always be greater than its children. Okay, greater than or equal to. And for min heap, it basically says that the opposite, the root value should be less than the value of children, right? You just change the sign, the value of the roots should be less than the value of its children, less than or equal to value of its children. So these two set properties, once satisfied, we can create our heap, right? Now given an array, we know that this array is nothing but a level order traversal of this complete binary tree. So since it is satisfying the condition of shape property, so it's fine. But now in order to create the max heap, since we want to create a max heap, now this particular problem we will focus on creating a max heap. Now since we want to create a max heap, so basically we should now focus on satisfying the heap property. Now what is the heap property? Max heap property. Max heap property says this one, that every root will be greater than the value of its children, right? How do we do so? So for that particular reason, now let us try to perform this heapify operation. So the algorithm says that once you have a tree with you, so let me just decrease this. Yeah. So algorithm says that once you have the tree with you, like 5, 8, and you know that it is satisfying the shape property. Now if you want to convert it into a max heap, basically the last element of its level order traversal. Now what is the last element of level order traversal? Definitely this last element 2. You start with 2, consider this as a root node, and try to heapify this subtree. Then move to the next, second last, and heapify this subtree. Now move to this and heapify this subtree. Now move to this, because you see if you try to perform the level order traversal, you will having first 5, followed by 8, followed by 9, followed by 6, followed by 1, followed by 2. Now reverse traverse the left order traversal and pick up each element and try to heapify its subtree, considering it as the root. So if I consider 2 as the root, definitely left and right is nothing. So basically I'll heapify this, I'll heapify this. Now if you consider this 9, now you have to consider 9 because we have considered these 3. Once you come to 9, no, you have to heapify this subtree. subtree 9 with left children as 2. Then you can heapify this subtree with 8 as the root and 6 and 1 as the children. Then you heapify this subtree where 5 will be the root and 8 and 9 will be the children, and these three will be the children of 8 and 9. So now what does heapify actually mean? Heapify means basically exchanging. Now suppose I am considering alright, so suppose I am considering this particular element here 8 6 1. Now obviously max heap says that the root value should be, now suppose I am considering this subtree, now max heap says that the root value should be greater than its children, right? No doubt. So you see in this particular subtree, right, 8 6 and 1, the root is 8, children is 6 and 1, so it is basically satisfying the heap property, so no problem. Move to the next. So next will be 5. Now if you consider 5, the children are basically 8 and 9. The children are 8 and 9, and now you see in this particular case the children are greater than 5 and it is not satisfying the max heap property. So what should we do? We should basically consider the maximum of the children, so whichever is maximum, right? So basically we will be considering like 5 8 and 9. Now this is maximum, so I'll basically swap it with 5. So 9 will come here, 5 will come here. Now this subtree again I'll be calling the heapify function. Getting the point? So can this be optimized? Yes, this can be optimized. Why? Because you see the optimal algorithm says that you don't have to basically heapify the leaf nodes. Why? The heap nodes need not be heapified because they are already in the correct position, because you see this subtree has only one node, this subtree has only one node, this subtree has only one node. No need of heapifying the leaf nodes. Then what should we heapify first? The first thing to be heapified should be the last non-leaf node. The last non-leaf node is nothing but the parent of, now see, last non-leaf node is equal to nothing but parent of last node, right? The parent of last node of this tree will basically be the last non-leaf node. What is the index of the parent of the last node? Now sorry, what is the index of the what is the index of the last node? The index of last node is nothing but n minus 1, right? This is the index of last node. Remember one thing, given an index I, if you want to find out the parent of I, then the parent of I will basically be nothing but I by 2 minus 1. This formula will give you the parent of I, that is which what is the index of its parent. So basically if you point out to this node 2, right, 2, suppose I am indexing it, so 0 1 2 3 4 and 5, the value of I is equal to 2. I am pointing to node 2. What is the parent of 2? Parent of 2 I can find out by I by 2 minus 1. So basically 2 by 2 minus 1, which is equal to nothing but, sorry, what is the index of 2? Index of 2 is 5. So 5 by 2 minus 1. So 5 by 2 will be giving you 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Sorry. We will take the ceiling, okay? We will take the ceiling value. So 5 by 2 ceiling will give you 3 minus 1 equal to 2. So index 2 is nothing but 9, and you see 9 is the parent of 2, right? So basically first of all we will point out to the last non-leaf node, and from that position we will traverse all the non-leaf nodes until we reach the root, and at each time we will be calling the heapify function. So let's not make things complicated and start solving this particular problem. So how will we solve this? So in order to solve this particular problem, first of all you see I have a main function driver code that will give me some array elements, and basically I have the number of elements in the array. Now build heap function will be called because I want to construct the heap with these elements. Build heap, which heap? Max heap. I want to create a max heap, remember. So first of all I'll call the build heap function. So build heap function is here. This function will be called. Now what build heap function will do? First of all, now as I said, you have element 5 8 9 6 1 and 2. So we know that we will perform heapify, and heapify we will basically not start from these leaf nodes. Instead we will start from the first non-leaf node. So how will we find the first non-leaf node? Sorry, last non-leaf node. How will we find last non-leaf node? So basically let us suppose we are giving an integer, a variable integer start. From where to start, right? So the start variable, that is the index of the last non-leaf node, is equal to nothing but the last non-leaf node is nothing but the parent of the last node. See, the last non-leaf node is nothing but the parent of the last node, right? and we know the index of the last node is nothing but n minus 1. So parent of this n minus 1, we know that the formula is I by 2 ceiling minus 1. So parent of n minus 1 will be nothing but n minus 1 by 2 minus 1. Got the point? So basically we can directly say that it will be n minus 2 by 2 or n by 2 minus 1. This will be the parent of the last non-leaf node. So it will be nothing but start equal to n by 2 minus 1. So this will basically help me to point out, this will basically help me to point to the last non-leaf node. So last non-leaf node is nothing but, what is it? It is basically the parent of this last node. So we know the parent of I. What is the formula? Parent of index I is, the formula is I by 2 minus 1. Right? So parent of index I is nothing but I by 2 minus 1. So how will we solve it? So basically I will be here n minus 1, right? So n minus 1 by 2 minus 1. You can solve it like this, right? Sorry, I think we are just doing a slight mistake here. Alright, so parent of I is nothing but, you see, its formula is, let me write it again. Yeah, so the formula of parent of I is basically I minus 1 by 2, right? Given you an index I, you want to find the parent of I, then parent node of I will be located at this index. Similarly, the parent of the last node will be basically index n minus 1 index in n minus 1's parent, because last node's index is n minus 1. You want the parent of it, so it will be n minus 1 minus 1 by 2, which is nothing but n minus 2 by 2. I can write this as n by 2 minus 1. So this is the index of the parent node of the last node, or the last non-leaf node that we are talking about. I'll be storing it in the start variable. Now what should we do? We should now basically start traversing from the last non-leaf node to the root node. Getting the point? So what we will do? We will start traversing from this to this to this, right? You can see we have 5, 8, 9, 6, 1, 2. These were the leaf nodes. I ignored them. From last non-leaf node to the root node we will traverse. So basically for that particular reason I'll be saying integer I, take an integer I and say for I is equal to basically the start index that you're pointing to right now, and I greater than equal to 0, the root node I minus minus. And during the traversal you will be just calling heapify function, because you know we have to perform heapify. Now in the heapify what we do, you know, we are just passing the array, the size of the array, and the root node, or the root node is nothing here but the value of I. Okay, so basically in this particular case what will happen, you will point to this particular node and the subtree. What is the subtree here? This is the subtree, isn't it? 9 2. So basically this subtree you are focusing on 9 2 first of all. So you will basically try to heapify this subtree. If you heapify this subtree, basically I am passing the array, right? I am passing the array, number of elements in the array total, and I is nothing but the index of this particular value. And what will happen in the heapify function? In the heapify function, what will I do? I will basically store the root, the value I in a variable largest, right? Whichever value you are sending, I'll assume that it is the largest variable. Now you will basically compare the root, that is the root, with its left and right child. So how will you find the left and right child of a heap, of a node? Basically in the heap, if you want to find the left child, index of the left child, index of left child of I, index of left child of node at index I. So if there is a node at index I and you want to find its left child index, it will be 2i plus 1 left child, and right child index will be 2i plus 2. So basically you will be able to locate the left child and the right child. So I will be locating the left child and the right child by following integer left child is equal to 2 into the value of I that you have passed, or I can say largest, plus, or let us write it I only, 2 into I plus 1, and integer right child is nothing but 2 into I plus 2. So right child also I have and left child also I have. Now what should you do? Basically now my objective is, when I am performing the heapify operation, I should basically swap the value of root node with the maximum of the children. So I have the value, location of left children, I have the location right children. Now I'll find out which is maximum. So basically I'll say if left child is basically less than n, means within the range, and the array of left child is basically greater than array of what, the root node or the largest. What the point? If left child less than an array of left child is basically greater than the array of largest, what will you do? I can write here, 2 into largest. Okay, let's write 2 into largest, and here also write largest. If I am initializing I to largest, let us be largest only. So if the left child's value is greater than the largest, then I'll point my largest index, largest variable will point out to this index, that is LC. What the point? And if the right child is also within the range, and the value of right child is basically greater than array of largest, which indicates that the largest value is present in the right. So basically what will happen? So in this particular case, basically my largest will point to the right child. Done. And finally you will check that if the largest index is not matching with the root node, what does it indicate? If largest index is not, because we know that initially the largest was pointing to the root node, and if largest is not pointing to the root node, it indicates that you need to swap the root node with the maximum of the child. So I'll say swap array of largest with array of I, the root node. What's the point? You will be swapping it, and once you swap it, now what happens? You see, suppose in this particular case, what is happening is you have 5, you have 8, you have 9, you have 6, you have 1, and you have 2, right? So I started from here, left child. You see here everything is fine because left child is 2, it does not have any right child, and basically the largest is not equal to I, it is false, right? Because here you see largest is 9 only, and root node is also I. So basically it will not do anything, it will just move to this particular subtree. If you focus on this is fine. If you focus on this subtree, here the left child child value is 6, right child value is 1, the largest will still point to 8 only, and again this will be false. If this is false, then again this means this is also fine, this subtree is also fine, satisfying the heap property, max heap property. Now you come to this particular tree, the entire subtree, because I am considering this as the root node. Now the moment you consider this as the root node, what is happening is basically, you see, the moment you consider the entire tree as the root node, so basically you have you have 5 here, right? So you have basically 5 here, and you are considering the entire subtree. Now 6, 1, and 2. So when you consider the entire subtree, first of all, this is my root node, I is pointing here, the left child is pointing to this, right child is pointing to this, and you can see basically the largest will now point to this, because largest value will now point to this child. And finally you will say that if largest not equal to I, true, because I is here and largest instead of pointing to this is now pointing to this, which means it's time to swap them. The moment you swap this with this, then this will 9 will come here and 5 will come there, which means now once after we have completely swapped, you are disturbing this tree, you are disturbing this subtree where largest is pointing. So this subtree where largest is the root node, this subtree you have disturbed after swapping. So whenever we are swapping, we are basically assuming that we have disturbed this subtree to which largest is pointing to. That is why we will call heapify. Heapify again will, what it will do, recursively, this is a recursive call, it will recursively basically perform heapify on this subtree again. So basically I'll pass the array number of nodes, and largest will be my this time, because largest is pointing to this node, isn't it? Which node is which variable is pointing to this node? Because this node has been modified, means this subtree has to be heapified again. So largest I will be passing. That's it. This is a recursive call. Okay. Yeah, and that's it. This is how basically the problem will be working. And the moment heapify is complete, then you can finally print your entire heap here. The entire heap can be printed here. What the point? So let us see how this problem compiles and runs. So let me just compile this code. Yeah, you can see that given the input, let me just clear the screen. You can just see that given the elements in some array, in this array, right? So yes, given these elements in the array, you can see you have basically performed max heap. You have created a max heap. Now if you try to perform level order traversal, you will get 17, 15 here, 13 here, 9, 6, 5, 10, 4, 8, 3 and 1. You see, it is satisfying the max heap property, where if you consider any subtree, the root will be greater than its children. Any subtree, the root is greater than children. Any subtree, the root is greater than its children. Any subtree, the root is greater than its children. So yeah, this is all from this particular video. I hope this video was helpful. And now basically we can start our playlist on heap, and we will try to solve all classical problems on heap. And that's all from my side. I hope this video was helpful. In case of any doubt, please feel free to put it out in the comment section, and just like, share and subscribe. And one more thing, the time complexity here is basically order n log n, right? Order of n log n, because you see, whenever you are performing the max heapify operation, then you basically you are performing heapify operation. In the worst case, it can move to the lowest level, right? From here to here, again you have to heapify this, again you have to heapify this. In the worst case, it will go to the lowest level. That will nothing be but the height of the tree, log n. And how many times we are performing the heapify operations? You can see for every non-leaf nodes we are performing heapify operations. So n log n. What the point? This is the time complexity. Now obviously there will be space complexity, which is obviously not linear, because remember we are using recursion here, right? So yeah, that's all from my side. I hope this video was helpful. In case of any doubt, please feel free to put it out in the comment section, and just like, share and subscribe. Thank you.